Howdy, 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 everyone. How's everyone doing tonight? Bob's back, continuing with our Thursday night interview season as we go along. We've been doing this since the start, and it's been wonderful. I love the fact that I get to meet all these great people from different motorcycle clubs and riding clubs and what have you. It's the motorcycle community in general, which is what I like, and we get to find out about who's doing what, and if they're looking for members, what you do to go ahead and join, and all that stuff. So give me a minute, and we'll be talking today with Darren from a riding club called the Wild Dogs from New Liskeard. And real quick before we get going, I gotta give my plug a shameless, my book a shameless plug here. So don't forget, I wrote a book about my time in one of the biggest motorcycle clubs in the world. And the names and even the name of the strip joint have been changed for obvious reasons. So one night at the Playpen, Google that and or put it in the Amazon search bar and it'll pop right up for you. If you want it, an autographed copy signed to you, you got to wait till the postal strike is over, unfortunately. But I have some copies here at home. It's just the shipping from the post office to Purelator tripled. So we're not doing that. So anyways, let's get on with it. Let's welcome my guest up today for the show. This is Darren, everybody. How are you, Darren? Good to meet you,
Hey,
bro.
nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Glad to be here.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you said yes and came along for the interview.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so the club's called the Wild Dogs. How long you guys been rolling?
Started in 2014. The founder started it. I just got into it last year, 2014. But they had a few members and they sort of fizzled away. And then we got back into it and with an RC, and we got the blessing, and we carried on. Having meetings and trying to find members, and it's tough to do sometimes because you don't really want the numbers. Like everybody's doing an RC seems you seem to want to have a big amount of people, but that comes if you just wait and be patient, because it's about quality, not it's the quantity. You want good quality guys,
Yeah,
that are all level-headed and law-abiding, like our club, and just you got to keep an open mind with it, and just bring people aboard and feel them out, and go with the flow, And
yeah,
some
man.
guys don't seem to want to go with the flow too well.
So once in a while, I'm going to stop and say hi to the people in the chat, and if they got any questions in the chat, I'm gonna pass the question on to you, sort of thing. But for now,
Sure,
we've
no
got
problem.
we got a fella called Neil, and Neil's saying good evening. Good evening, Neil. Thanks for joining us.
Good
I'm
evening.
not sure. I'm not sure if he's one of your friends or if he's just new to the chat. But either way, Neil, you're more than welcome to pop in, and thank you for joining us. And so yeah, so I remember back way back. It seems like 100 years ago. I lived in Toronto, and I had a mobile food business, like a food trailer, right? And I would go
Right.
to special events, Rib Fest, and concerts. And I did Port Dover on Friday 13th one year and all that. And New Liskeard was going to have a big motorcycle rally up there.
Yeah, the reunion. They just
Yeah,
came back with that a couple
and
of
we
years
got
now again.
yeah, we got all ready to go, and they canceled it on us.
Oh yeah, that
But
must
again,
have been. Yeah,
this is going back 10, 15 years ago, right?
yeah, yeah.
So
That
does
might have
that
been the first or second one. I know they had troubles with it. I don't know what happened there, but it was canceled. I remember that.
does it run again?
Yeah, they just started 2 years, I believe. Now it's back out and going. When they had it going before they closed down. Uh, I don't know what his name was, but his last name was Pip, and he came about some cancer, and
Oh,
he created a real monster with this reunion, and there was just not enough people to take care of the business. It was just too big, and
I thought I'd heard
not enough
something that
volunteers.
it
Yeah,
outgrew itself.
yeah, it really did. It really did, and then so that disappeared for a while, and the last couple of years they've been bringing it back, and it's it's still not where it was, but hey, like anything else, it takes time and some patience and a little bit of money, of course, and get swinging, right?
Does your club have any involvement? Are you going to try to get involved in any
Yeah,
way?
yeah, definitely. This summer we'll be checking in with the council in New Liskeard to see if we can help in any way, volunteer even, or maybe get a little poker run going out of it or something, yeah, some other little charity ideas we got, mostly for animals. We're gonna
Beautiful.
go pretty heavy on the animals, well, wild
Good.
dogs, right? You know,
Good.
so cats
Yeah.
and dogs and animals, a lot of people do, and there's nothing wrong with it. But a lot of them people are doing cancer, which is great.
Yeah. Yeah.
All of that stuff is great, but nobody seems to think about the animals. The
Yeah.
dogs and the cats and the. So
There's a
we
few
figured
of them.
it'd be a good opener, like
Yeah.
to fill out the charity life, right?
No, man,
So,
and I'm an animal lover. I got three dogs in this house. You'll probably hear one of them bark at some point during the night during
oh
our
yeah,
time
yeah,
doing
that's
this
that's
together.
great. I got dogs too, so
Yeah,
yeah,
man. And where my office is where they go out for their walk. So my son will
yeah.
be taking them out for a walk at some point. I got one dog. No matter what, every time I'm doing a video, I just shut the door actually today. He comes in and he does a couple of woofs. He wants to be on the video, I guess.
Wants to check it out, yeah.
No, man, that's good. And there's another guy. If he's still around, try to get a hold of him. I don't know if he'll ride. He rides a scooter with a sidecar, and he raises money for the SPCA in Orangeville every year. And he takes his
Okay.
dog Austin with him. He's a really good guy. Him and I kind of became friends from doing this, from doing just what you and I are doing right now. And we
You know
became
what?
friends, and we stayed in contact over Messenger over the years, right?
I think I might have met him in at Port Dover in 2014.
His name's Wayne. He's got a little red scooter,
Yeah, yeah, with a sidecar and I don't know I forget what kind of dog it was now, but
a
I
little
believe
white
that
fluffy
was him.
guy. Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
good
I believe that was him. Yeah, yeah.
and he's gone so far as to he wrote some kids books and had that little doggy as the star of the kids book.
Oh yeah,
So he's had the
yeah.
dog
So
say, yeah, he's
you know,
had the
like,
dog.
yeah, that's
He's,
cool.
he's
That's
saved
cool.
Christmas. He's gone to space. He's done lots of shit. This dog.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right on. That's all. That's all good, eh? Well,
Yeah,
whatever sells, too, like to raise money or whatever is a great idea, right? So
right, right. It might be something just to get people to come up because Wayne's a cool guy and go meet his dog or whatever, right? Who knows?
yeah, yeah, right, right.
And he's in Orangeville. That like I say, that'd be pretty a long hike from Orangeville to New Liskeard, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, that's quite a ways, yeah, for sure. But I'm pretty sure I met him in 2014 at Port Dover. Yeah, Friday
Right
the
on,
13th.
man. He's a
Yeah,
good guy.
yeah.
So we've got another person in the chat, altered state of chaos, saying much love and respect for looking out for the critters. Not enough people these days care anymore. It's good to know y'all are doing good for them.
Oh, definitely,
Right? Yeah,
definitely. Man. I just think it was a great idea because you hear a lot of charities, like I was saying, and they're all great, of course, but
absolutely.
nobody thinks about the animals,
Yeah,
and I thought that would be a real good thing to start with, anyway, for sure.
absolutely. And there's other clubs out there and stuff. There's someone in Niagara Falls does one for animal shelters. But yeah, anyone that helps animal shelters in my books is good people. You know what I mean? That's
You know, yeah.
the
But
animals.
you know yourself, the biker world. They have a bad name in some aspects, right? And like the MCs and stuff. And I disagree with it because I've seen lots of MCs out there, even Diamond MCs do a
Yeah,
lot of great things.
yeah.
A lot of great things for kids and for cancer and for uh, all sorts of things. And people forget about that stuff. And I
Well,
don't think that that's right. But
there's that.
as an RP, being law abiding is our biggest thing. Trying to just let people know that, like, because you're a biker doesn't mean you're a big burly guy that's wanting to fight and do drugs and drink and party and carry on all the time. And
Exactly.
it seems to be there's a lot of people that are closed-minded that way, and it's the way the world is. But you just got to go with it. But I just want to show them that we can do a lot of good too. You know?
Exactly. And like I was saying the off air or off, before we started, that's the essence of the channel here is to show people that yes, there's lots of people out there riding motorcycles with a patch on their back, and you'll see a few of them with the same patch, but don't get all hung up on it
No, no.
because most of the time on a weekend, if you see a big pack going by, they're raising money for somebody.
You got that right. Yeah, that's for sure. You know
And,
yourself how it's done,
yeah,
right? It's a lot of, there's a few weeks ago, a pack of Hell's Angels were going by here and, they're going to do business somewhere or a charity or something. So, you just let it go. Like,
yeah,
it's never really seemed to bother me that I've always been interested in the bike culture. So, it's not, I just find with an MC, it's more, you have to be more dedicated. It's more, you're more obligated to that club. It's more intense.
yeah, exactly. So that's kind of the big change. When I was in the 1% club, we looked at the club as as everything. Like a lot of us didn't even
Yeah,
bother getting jobs just so we could always be there for the club. We
yeah.
had income streams and we had businesses, but we didn't go to work for with Johnny Lunchbox 8 to 5.
No, no, like a lot of them
We did-
do now, but it's changing, eh? But
Right.
anyway, an RC is, a riding club is just biking enthusiasts that are out in the open air, enjoying life, and having fun doing
And,
it,
and, and the nice thing about the RC is you guys can structure it how you
Yeah,
want to. So you can have a prospect period or you cannot
yeah,
have a prospect period.
yeah.
You,
We choose to have one, but it's not
you're
going to be
professional.
a long period of time. It'll be probably one season or a couple of months or something. We only have three members right now, and there's another three that are interested that we had at our meet and greet last Sunday.
Oh, that
So
was that went well, eh?
yeah, it did. Went really well for
I
sure.
wanted to ask you about that during this.
Yeah, we did some business talking. We usually have an hour of we do call it church,
Mhm.
like other bike clubs, MCs, which it really is because we have a Bible. We call it a Bible. We just go over our business stuff and what's happening and what we're working on, and then we open it up to the public. Well, not really the public, but to members that are interested that are going to come and meet us, and usually have a little luncheon or something for new members or people that are interested and sit around, shoot the shit. We go get on our bikes, go for a ride with them, and just welcome
Good.
them to have some fun.
Yeah. No,
And,
I shared your post about the meet and greet on my Biker News Canada, and I
yeah,
think that sharing that post is when I messaged you and then asked you if you wanted to come on and do this with us. And
yeah. You actually messaged another Darren. His name's Darren Brazier, the founder of the
okay.
club. He founded it in 2014 with a couple of other guys, and like I said, it sort of fizzled out.
Mhm.
And now there's like we only have three members, which is, I shouldn't say only, because the three of us are very solid guys.
Mhm.
We're going to do a lot of work, and that's one thing about RCs or MCs. You got to be ready to work. It's not all
Yeah.
about just kicking back and partying. There's a lot of
Exactly.
work involved. There's a lot of work involved in planning and your charities, and it goes on and on. There's you have to open some sort of a bank account to have some sort
Mhm.
of, you got to charge a membership fee.
Yeah.
All that stuff that goes with it.
Lots
It's
with
structure, like you were saying.
so Grant Harrison in the chat said in the Ottawa area, Bo Rooney with the Celtic Brotherhood does a lot of charity work, and dog rescue is one of the many things this club does. Great
Great.
bikers helping others. Yes, and I
That's
post a
awesome.
lot. I post a lot of stuff from Bo. Have you heard of him before?
I think I heard something about it just in the last little while when we were doing some research on other bike clubs that were doing animal. There is a few. There is a few
Yeah,
out there,
yeah,
and that's great. Great.
yeah. But there's
There's
never
there's
too
not
many.
enough. There's not enough for the dogs and the animals. So
Right.
I figured that would be a good backbone for us. And
And
with our
and
name, it kind of matches, eh? So
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
wild dogs.
In altered state of chaos, came back and he said many charities are reluctant to accept donations from a 1% MC, which is true. But maybe as an RC, it's easier for that sort of stuff. And he's right. A lot of places don't really
Yeah,
want my. They're afraid of the publicity it might bring them
yeah,
back, and the
that's
blood
right.
money,
That's
and
right.
the things people say.
Yeah,
Right?
and it's a shame. It's a real shame because I know a lot of one percenters myself, and they're all great guys.
Oh, absolutely, man.
What, whatever. Everybody in the world is different. We all have a different journey. People. I wish more people would think that way, but hey, that's just the
I
way the life, the
I
ball.
had I had Bacchus MC their Halton Hills chapter come on for an interview,
Perfect.
and
That's great.
those guys, they open their clubhouse every second week for a bike night.
And anyone's welcome,
So a
right?
1% club that opens the clubhouse with wide open doors has nothing to hide.
That's it. That's
You
it.
know,
I don't think any of them really have a whole lot to hide. If they
no,
did, there's it's about being open minded. A lot
right?
of it, in my way of looking at it, is let let them do what they want to do. Like, hey, we're not going to stop them. That's for sure. Like, just enjoy
Yeah,
life. So I just like to ride. I just want to I just want to ride.
it's
So that's why we started the RC. The biggest reason was we all love riding,
yeah.
and the guys that we did have in like to ride too, but it was just wasn't they weren't a match, for what we're looking for. So
Okay, okay. So you have a bit of a criteria in your head. What kind of men? Now, is it men and women or is it men?
no, we're, and not to be chauvinistic, but
Yeah.
we're sticking to the male aspect of it for now. We just would like to have a men's club
Mhm.
for now, and there's no real reason why. It's just like I say, I'm not being chauvinistic or anything, but there has been a few women that have approached us, and we sort of just politely said, turn them away. Uh, but that might be in the near future if we can't seem to. We're in a small area here, so
Right. Very
we can't
small.
really, we can't really pick and choose that much,
Hmm.
So I'm just looking for. We'd like to see another 5 guys or something, and like a 7 or 8 guys, and stick around that area. Like if it gets to be 20, that's great, but five or between 5 and 10 guys that are really solid, that's a good club to have. Because for any charity, you need at least 3 guys.
Absolutely.
3 people out of your members have to at least pitch in. 3. You don't
Yeah.
want everybody there. It's just too many guys. Then it's too
But
intimidating for some people. Really.
and if you're doing a big charity event, it depends on what kind of an event. Like you say,
Yeah.
you need hands on deck. You need boots on the
Yeah.
ground. Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Like I say, people just think it's you just get on your bike and ride and stuff, but there's a lot of work behind the scenes that go on, like the planning to get the patch, and the excuse me, the blessing that we had to get. We had to change the patch a little bit, which wasn't a big deal. We just had to put a white border around it, and everything was good.
Did
And
did,
I
did you
thought
go to the COC and all that?
we haven't been to the COC yet, and I think we probably should. We've been talking about that. I think that's a really good idea to do that. Just so you're a member, of the
Or
COC. So
is it called
would be,
COC or is it OCC in Ontario? They've all
uh,
got different things, right?
I think it's OCC. I'm not 100% sure, but I was checking into that a few weeks ago, and I think it's OMC. I'm
Yeah.
not 100% sure, but
Because I know, like in the Niagara region, because there's a lot of bikers down there in the Niagara region, right? They
oh
they
yeah,
they they call it. They've got a small version of it called the NOC, Niagara NCO, Niagara Coalition of.
that's
Yeah,
right. Yeah, you're
yeah,
right. Yeah, I checked out that one too.
and then they've got one for all of Ontario, I believe.
Yeah, there's one in Ontario, and I forget what the initials of them, but it's the coalitions of uh, Canadian Coalition of Bikers, or motorcycles or something like that. I forget exactly how it goes, but
You
they're
know,
all great. They're all
you,
great to be involved in. You know.
you know where you can probably find them is down at the bike show by the airport in January.
Okay. In Toronto.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they
Yeah.
have it right in the first or second week of January, and it's close to the airport, the the Pearson Airport.
Yeah. That might be a good idea to check out.
So
I
there's some
think it'd be a
clubs
good
down
idea for
there.
us to join that too. Like, just to be a part of that, and you find out other things that are going on that way too, like other charities.
Absolutely.
You could pitch in on them too, and if another RC or even an MC needs a hand, you know, I'm more than welcome, more than helpful to put my hands on it.
Now
Uh,
from New Liskeard, that's up Highway 11. Is it after North Bay or before North Bay?
if you're heading north, it's past North Bay. It's
It's
about
after.
an hour and 40 minutes past North Bay. But I live in Temagami, which is about an hour out of North Bay. Uh, so you'd be in Temagami before you got to Lister.
See, I used to live up north in Sault Ste. Marie.
Oh yeah, that's where my fiance is from, Sault Ste. Marie.
Now, anywhere when you get up on the shield, it's nice riding in the rocks, eh?
Oh yeah, it's great. It's really nice for sure. I don't know if you've heard of that highway out one Horseshoe Valley Highway or something down by where Weber's is. There's the Weber's burger place there on high 401. Well, just
Oh,
past there, there's a highway that goes up in around Perry Sound area, toward the Perry Sound area, and it's there's a highway in there called Horseshoe Valley or Horseshoe
oh,
Highway or something, and
okay.
it's like a Quebec highway. You know the way Quebec highways are dicey and turny, and like lots of curves and stuff. It's
Yeah.
great. It's a lot of fun to ride, eh? You know. But it was an interesting ride through there too. We did a few rides up that way too. So
Yeah, the only one I didn't particularly love is driving up through West Timmins. There's pine trees everywhere up there, isn't it?
yeah, yeah. That's my brother lives up there. He's a miner there.
An altered state of chaos is in the Sioux. That's where they're from, right on.
Yeah, I'll get back to you in a minute, bud. I'll get back to you in a minute. I'm just on a video. Yeah, just we're switching shifts over here in a few minutes. Well, whenever we're done, but yeah,
So they're not giving
that's
you the boot.
pardon me.
They're not giving you the boot or making you move.
No, no, no. He's just waiting to. He's got to take another clearance, or whatever. So,
Right
but
on.
yeah, the up by Timmins is a really nice area too. My brother's up by Matagami. He's
Oh yeah,
lives
yeah.
in the Indian Reserve there. So yeah,
What's funny. I still watch when I'm at 11 o'clock. I'll watch my local news, and I'll still go and watch the news up north. And so they do
yeah,
from Sault Ste. Marie, North Bay, Temagami, Timmins,
yeah,
Sudbury.
yeah.
They do the whole area up there on their
It's a,
news.
it's a beautiful area up here.
Yeah, man. And So Loud says, much respect to you, sir. And Squeaks came on. What's going on tonight? Squeaks, tonight I've got Darren with me. And Darren is from a riding club in a place called New Liskeard, Ontario, called the Wild Dogs. And we're just having a little chat and seeing what the club's about and all that good stuff. Always something crazy going on in our news. And you know what's unfortunate? The most crazy stuff I see in the northern news is from the island there, eh? What's that island called?
Bear Island.
No,
Oh,
yeah,
Manitoulin.
yeah. Lots of stuff
Manitoulin
going
Island.
on up there, eh?
Yeah, yeah. It's a crazy place there. Yeah,
And Neil's going to Elliott Lake on Saturday to the deer trail. That's cool. Is it deer season already? God's
yeah.
country,
I would
says.
imagine it would be. Yeah, yeah. Well, I know the bows are open for 2 weeks before the hunt actually starts, but I think it's around the 15th or something that starts up.
Oh, St. Joe's Island. No, no, I was talking about Manitoulin. Manitoulin, I just noticed lately that they've got a lot of drug crime up there on that little island. And
Yeah,
like people getting shot and hurt and stuff like that in that little island, eh?
Yeah.
And they were just doing a story on the news last night. They've got the RCMP, the Native Police, and the OPP are all on the island together trying to put an end to what they're calling
Straighten
a
it out.
drug crisis, right?
That's awful. Yeah. It's
Well,
more of a epidemic that's going on, like with the drugs and the reserves and stuff. So,
and
terrible.
it's let's face it, it's not just at the reserves. Like in my city, bro, there's fucking tents everywhere.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Every
Just
city's like that.
everywhere, man. Yes. Yeah.
It's crazy. It's a
Yeah.
crazy world that we live in now. We got to make some peace, you know?
Well,
Start to,
exactly. And see where
start
these
to
guys
change it.
going up to the Deer Trail in Elliott Lake and up where you live and all that. That's where they got to ship all these people to and get them unsick.
Yeah.
You know what
Well,
I mean?
there's all kinds of dry out centers up this way too, but a lot of them choose not to dry out though.
Yeah.
It's like our, and not in a bad way, but some, like I respect veterans big time. I'd like to do something for them too, some sort of a charity later
Mhm.
on down the road. But a lot of them don't want help either. Like they just want to be left alone. Some of
Well,
them just
see,
want to be left.
unfortunately, that there's the thing with addictions is before the addiction becomes something that makes the person get addicted, right? It's trauma, something fucked them up, right?
That's
And
right.
so if you're gonna fix them, you got to get them sober, and
Yeah.
then you got to fix them whatever that fucking trauma was.
Yeah. The PTSD or
And
whatever.
and
And,
and, and
crazy.
that's the hard part is fixing that, right?
Yeah.
Like
That's right.
whether it be soldiers or somebody who came from a background where they got slapped around every day or whatever
Yeah.
the case is, you know.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
I just, we
It's
just
pretty
lost
wild.
my buddy's nephew this week, and he's gone in his 30s, right? And he's
Yeah.
gone. His father died in a motorcycle accident, and the kid never bounced back, man.
That's awful.
It's
That's
horrible.
awful.
And my buddy is his uncle, and we're all kind of a little group, like everyone is, right? And I took him out on some jobs with me a few times, and we all try to help. But he needed some sort of professional help that we don't
Yeah.
understand, right?
Therapy, right? You need therapy. And our mental, the mental aspect of things, like the way the mental health is crazy too. Like, and you can't seem to get enough appointments. Like, they might want to see you a week, and then they get you back 6 weeks later, and that's not good enough. Like, these people need help immediately and weekly,
Right,
or
right.
daily. Some of
Uh,
them daily. Right?
Ongoing. Yeah, it's got to be ongoing. And
Sure,
like
sure.
Altered State of Chaos said, and you know it from being up north too, bro. A lot of folks get addicted to pain meds because they got
Sure.
hurt at work at some point, and then after that, you're down to street drugs, right?
Right.
Once
Exactly.
they cut
Exactly.
your script off.
Yeah. Not to be negative or anything, but the doctors they seem to, some of them are pushing pills, you know,
Absolutely.
yeah, we don't need that kind of stuff.
When you
But
first walk
anyway,
when you first walk in there, that's the first thing they want to do is write you a script and come
yeah,
back and see me in a week.
yeah, yeah.
But
Come
I
back
tell
when
you,
there's,
when I lived in Sault Ste. Marie, and then I got a mobile home that because me and my wife got divorced. So when I came up to see the kids, I had a mobile home up there I rented, a double wide up in a little town called Hayden.
oh
And
yeah,
it was kind of going up the mall hill there towards Wawa. And at night, man, because there's no street lights, right? It's dark, it's quiet.
yeah,
You can hear the wilderness is out there.
yeah,
I think I think that'd be a great place to take people to give them a reset on their
oh
life.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's life up here for sure. It's quiet and pretty desolate at times, almost a little too quiet sometimes. But you know, the streets roll up at about 6 o'clock.
Yeah,
So
that's the other thing. It can get lonely. You get cabin
yeah,
fever, eh?
yeah. Mhm. But
Yeah, Altered State. He was out in Hayden the night before last. So so you guys have kept it more traditional in the way of the way you're running your club, where there's a bit
yeah,
of a respect period,
yeah,
and
we're trying to keep it traditional. Like, we have an application to fill out, and your license number goes on it, and if you have a job, you can put it there. You don't have to put that personal stuff, but we just want to know who these people are. Like,
Yeah,
to be,
yeah, of course.
yeah,
If you're
yeah,
going to be brothers, you have to know each other. Are you
yeah.
actively looking for members now?
Oh yes, of course, all the time. Yeah, anybody's welcome. We have weekends, monthly meetings right now, but this winter we're probably going to have them every 2 weeks. But for sure, once a month, we're going to have a meet and greet at
Hmm.
the last weekend of the month, the last Sunday usually. We have a meet and greet after our meeting, which we usually have a meeting at noon, and we meet and greet at 1. So,
Do you
you
have
know,
like
that,
do you have like a restaurant and establishment you go to, or is it
usually it's in one of our garages. We
okay?
alternate. We alternate.
Okay.
We usually give the address and stuff and advertise on our Wild Dogs RC on Facebook.
And you're on
So
Facebook. Do you want me to pop that page up?
sure, yeah, you could pop that up and Wild Dogs RC. You can check the profile out and add a comment, and uh, we'll be posting stuff on there. And
So Altered State from the Sioux there. He's living the life. I remember his brother's ATV broke down, and he got to go spend the night at his camp on Mile 38 Road. We we built a camp just outside of Thessalon, and the log cabin came in a kit, and we stocked. And it was one of those proper ones, right, with the loft and the big triangle windows pointed at the lake. It was on
yeah,
Basswood Lake. Man, it was
oh,
nice up there.
oh yeah, that's up north here, right?
Yeah, it was beautiful, man. Also, you guys help find fosters for cats and stuff, eh?
Yeah, cats, and we're going to be there. One of my buddies, his wife is in charge of the New Liskeard. Uh, it's an outfit that they take in all the stray cats and dogs and whatnot, and that's actually the first charity we're going to be doing. And I actually forget the name of the business. I'm so sorry. I
Is it
forget the name of her business there. So,
is it
but
that one that's on Facebook right now? Animals First.
I think it is. Yeah, Animals First in New Liskeard. It's in New Liskeard, anyways. I believe that's what it is. Animals First in New Liskeard.
Yeah, that's
It's
that post that I'm showing.
Yeah, okay. That'd be the one then.
Is it working on your page?
Her name is Roxanne Saint Germain. She's in charge of that. She's going to help us along with the charity, and we'll be raising money for them for our first charity this spring.
Awesome.
So
Very awesome. Yeah, I didn't give her name, but Animals First Temiskaming Shores and Area Animal Services is what this post was that I was looking at.
yeah,
So that's cool. So what do you guys got planned for that? What are you going to try to do? A get together or a ride, or what do you
yeah.
think?
It'll probably be a poker run or some sort of a get together, just to we'll have to display a few of the animals, and like uh, something like that, like in that sort of in that manner. But probably a poker run or something, and raise a few dollars anyway, and go off to a start with something, right?
Oh, there's another one that posts on your page. Northern Animals Rescue and Sanctuary. Now
I
those
think
are good
I,
people, man.
I think that one's in Cobalt. So there's another one in Cobalt too. That there's a lot of them around here. A lot of stray cats and stuff, eh? That
Do, do,
some of them are feral cats.
I was gonna say, do you get them before they turn feral?
A lot of them are already feral when she rescues them, because uh, they end up going to barns and stuff around here, lots of farmland and stuff, eh? And they end up in a barn and then they turn feral. So
Mm-hmm.
they're a little difficult to handle, but they she ends up getting them fixed and all that kind of stuff before they go up for sale, right? So
Hey,
she does
Stefano,
a great
thanks
job
for
too.
joining us, bro. See, and that's. So I kind of come down here in Southern Ontario from a farming community. Like I'm in London, Ontario myself, but my family, right? So my mom's common law husband has a farm, and they got tons and tons of barn cats, right? Every barn
Yeah,
needs barn cats. It's part
sure
of
they do.
farming, right?
Yeah, they take care of the mice and all that. Take the
Keep the
mice out of
rats
the
out.
hay.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah.
rats and
But
keep their hay clean, eh?
yeah, yeah. Otherwise, the critters will start spreading diseases and stuff and get
Right.
it into the livestock, and
Yeah.
that's no good. So
No.
she got two kittens when they were just, when you could take them from their mother, from one of
Yeah.
the barn cats. They both have little short tails,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and
Probably
and
got probably got them chewed off by another cat.
no,
Yeah.
both of these little kitties were born bobtail, right?
Oh yeah, bobtail.
And because she got them so young, she managed to break them, and they're in her house. But they spend most of the day outside. They don't want to be inside.
Yeah. Yeah. They're when they're feral, they're not an inside cat anymore. They want to roam a bit. So that's
Neil says he could use some barn cats. If you're serious, Neil, where are you from? Because
yeah.
this post is. I think they got tons of them. Do they got lots of them?
Oh yeah. Yeah. She's got lots. She'll get rid of lots. She actually fosters them out too. Like if anybody wants to take them in as fosters, she lets two or three go, and yeah, they live. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. So there's lots. She's a good woman. She does a lot of good
Yeah,
stuff.
because not you know what, not too many people when they think of rescues think of cats.
No,
You
no,
know,
and
she's the first one I've ever heard that rescues cats.
yeah, and I think cats are in the worst shape. There's so many of them.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
there's just so many of them that you know uh, there's a lot of cat. Like she's got. I think the last time I was in there was 40 or 50 of them. Like and they're all in cages. Like but she's got a fair sized place, so they're not crowded,
Mhm.
but it's pretty wild to see 40 or 50 cats in the same room. Like
Yeah, man, that. Then they all meowing at once. It'd be quite a racket, wouldn't it?
yeah, yeah, she's a cat lady.
It'd be something
Yeah,
like out of a horror movie. So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Stefano in the chat, he's from northern Alberta, and he said no rats here, lol. And I think he's just making a joke, but I'm thinking, is there no rats in Alberta for some reason? Because you never fucking know. They say there's no rats in Ireland, or
Yeah,
no
yeah.
snakes in Ireland or something, right?
I don't know. I don't know.
Altered State of Chaos says he's got tons of rats there. He lives a few blocks away from the steel factory. Yeah, I lived down in that little neighborhood. My last neighborhood I lived in when the Sioux. What the hell's that neighborhood called? And you wake up in the morning and the smog from the steel plant would have everything coated in dust, eh?
Oh
Like
yeah, yeah,
your
yeah,
car was always fucking dirty.
yeah.
There's no sense washing your car, your motorcycle. It's always dirty in the
Oh
morning.
yeah, yeah. There's lots of outlaws in Sault Ste. Marie now too. Last time I was there was a few. Yeah,
Yeah, man, that's crazy, eh?
yeah. They're
Well,
all over.
and is it like New Liskeard? It's kind of what's that like in comparison size? Would it be like the size of Blind River, like a few thousand people, or is it bigger
Uh,
than that?
Liskeard is kind of spread out. I think there's about 6,000 people,
Hey,
6,500 or something. Yeah. So it's not big. No, not at all. I would say Blind River would be roughly the same size, possibly around that size. Yeah,
and
I would
yeah,
think.
it looked weird on a map. It looked like you came around a bend and over a bridge, and then the town started and stretched out along the highway, sort of thing.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. You got to go off the main Highway 11 to get into Liskeard, so it's a bit different that way.
What's the industry up there?
Mostly, well, there's a Wabi Steel in New Liskeard. There used to be a mill, but it's more just Wabi Steel, and the railroad goes through there. Not really that much industry up in the northern parts anymore. A lot of mills have shut down, and
Yeah,
there's
there's some.
more mining than anything. Kirkland Lake, Timmins, and Matheson area up north of here it's
Yeah,
all mining. It's all mining.
man, it'll be nice when they get those because I know they already have some gold mines and other mines like in those areas you mentioned, and those will be nice paying jobs for people when they get them
Yeah,
all swinging at full production, eh?
Oh yeah, yeah. There's lots of good jobs that are like miners make pretty good coin for sure.
Yeah, yeah. They don't. Now, I don't know if I could take a job underground that far. I
No,
didn't realize.
I know I couldn't. No.
Am I correct when I say this? I didn't realize that the vein that they're working on, Valley is working on in Sudbury, runs east almost all the way to Ottawa. The same
Yeah,
vein,
yeah. The valley is something like 2.5 miles down,
right?
or about 2.5 miles underground. The miners.
Yeah, and then it goes sideways for a long,
Yeah.
long ways, from what I
Oh,
understand.
yeah, they're working that way, to get that. Well, obviously getting the vein out,
Yeah,
So
man, that must be
yeah,
something, eh? And now, finally, after all these years, I've been screaming that they got to start this. They're going to start that Ring of Fire thing up by Hudson Bay, right?
yeah.
And that'll be a ton of jobs too. But man, it's cold working up there. Like I looked into going up there to a fly-in mine for I do heating and cooling, right? I'm a gas fitter,
Right.
and that you can fly in, month out up there, right?
Yeah.
And they pay you half decent, I believe.
Oh, I imagine they would. Yeah. Yeah. The Ring of Fire, they're building a road in there. There was supposed to be a rail. I think they're going to have to put a railroad in anyway.
Sure they do
Eventually,
to get the
I think
stuff out.
no one. It's they're going to truck it out, but I don't think the trucks are going to keep up. Myself, but
No,
uh, that's all political garbage, eh?
it
We'll
is.
find out down the road how that works out for them.
Were you lucky to land the job you got?
Well, I had an uncle and a cousin that were working for the Ontario Northland, and they helped me out a little bit with it, and I did apply myself. But yeah, I was lucky to get a job here for sure.
It's
I've
it, it's
been here 35 years now.
it's a
But
good one. You like doing it?
well, yeah, I enjoy it. It's one of them things where you've done it for so long that kind of sick of it, and
Yeah.
I got about 3 more years to go. I don't quite have 35. It's I've been on the property for 35, but I didn't quite get all the years together. I got about 30, so I got about 3 years to go with my age, and I can pull the pin there. But
You're talking like it's a prison sentence.
well, yeah, yeah, it seems like that sometimes. I guess I don't know what a prison sentence is like, but I imagine it would be similar to that.
But
Yeah,
did it afford you to have like a decent life, a decent house, and a
yeah,
family, and that nobody
yeah.
went hungry and all that?
Well, I've had a colorful life. Let's just say that I've had about 4 homes myself.
Oh yeah, me
Uh,
too.
uh, I just bought the family home last year, so I'll retire with a mortgage, which I didn't really plan on. But hey,
Mhm.
life is what it is, right? We have to
It's
just
how
go
they
on our
made.
own. We're on our own journeys, right?
It's how they made it.
Yeah, yeah, and it's just the way it goes. And yeah, I think I had a pretty good life up to now, and it's not like I'm not broke. I might not have a ton of money or anything, but I get by, and I usually buy the odd toy and have fun.
Well, you got some
So
bikes in the garage, so that's not a bad thing.
yeah, yeah, that'll always be. That'll
Yeah.
always be the bikes in the garage. That's
Now,
outside my house there in the gazebo there.
is
Last
that you
weekend we
guys?
had. Yeah, yeah, that's us three. The one sitting down is the founder. That's me, the big boy there, and the little guy beside me is the vice president. I'm the
So,
president.
so
He's the vice, and that's the founder sitting down there, relaxing.
right on. Now
Yeah,
the COC didn't bust your balls telling you need to have a certain amount, 6 people or none of that crap.
not as of yet, no. But we are going to be in contact with them about that. Uh, we at the time when we first started, we had 7 guys,
Oh,
and so we're down to 3. So we would have actually had 8, but we had to get rid of. We had to weed a few out. Like I'm not saying get rid of, but we had to
yeah.
weed a few out. Like it just things didn't work. Right? Too
They
much
weren't
drama.
clicking,
Too much drama.
which is weird in a riding club when it's all a bunch of our age men. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
What
exactly.
what do our
There's a
age
few
men
guys.
want
Yeah,
drama for?
there's a few guys in that picture there that are interested in joining.
Yeah.
that I know a few of them. The one of the guys from the Ghost Riders was actually there at shared quite a bit of information and stuff with us to help us out a bit along the way.
That's
Uh,
nice with the motorcycle community these days. Is
oh, I
other
think it was
people
great.
will help each other
Yeah,
rather than talking to them like they're idiots or anything. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. Yeah, it was great. It was great. So
I see you got a ferocious guard dog, bro.
yeah, that's my little Chihuahua there. Yeah, yeah, that's little Zara. Yeah, my
Hey,
little.
that badge turned out pretty nice, eh?
Yeah, it is nice. It's the Hound of Hell is what that is really. And
Yes,
when we did that, we actually checked into other patches, and there is actually a club called the Hounds of Hell.
and there's
So
also a riding called Cerberus, which apparently is what that dog is called.
Zebras, yeah, that's exactly what he's called.
So
Uh,
there's another club, and I don't know where they are, but they post a lot and they do a lot of rides and stuff in Southern Ontario, and
okay,
and they basically it's not the same, but it's similar.
yeah, the tail on that was redesigned. We had a devil tail put on it, and it was a snake tail. So
Okay.
on the dog, there
Mhm.
was a snake that came out. A cobra was there, but so we changed that a little bit. And well, actually, that was before my time. That was the founder and his other bit of group that he had.
Well,
That
when
did that.
you learn something and somebody asks you respectfully to do what you got to do, then respectfully you should try to follow their wishes, right?
Oh, of course, of
You
course.
know, unless you're being dicks about it, right?
That's right. That's right. It's about respect, right?
Yeah,
We don't know
exactly,
anything,
exactly.
we don't know anything about biker culture. It's all respect,
It's all
loyalty,
respect.
and
Yep, it's all
just be
respect.
solid. Be a solid guy and do what you got to do, and you
Right.
know, uh, obey what they say and whoever, and
Yeah,
move forward.
yeah,
And do it with dignity.
exactly. That's all.
Yeah,
That's all. I can
yeah.
say hi to the chat real quick. Naomi, how are you, dear? Good for drop. Thanks for dropping in. That was wonderful of you. Naomi's a good friend from down in the States, from other biker news channels. I know her from one down there called Insane Wheels. That's one you guys can go check out if you're ever wondering. He does geopolitics on his channel, but his name's Mike. He's a good guy. That's a nice bike. See, that's similar to what I had to get rid of.
Oh yeah,
Hmm. I
yeah.
like
There's a
the
few
I
nice
like
bikes that showed up that day.
I like the line on the street line. They got it right, that line. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. That's what I got too. My Street Glide, I boosted her up from a 96 to a 124.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's a monster,
That
but
is it. Yeah.
it's a monster for sure. I enjoy it.
How does it
The
fly?
power's there when you need it. That's
That's a
the guy
nice
from the
bike.
Ghost Riders there.
He's got a
Corey.
beautiful bike.
Oh yeah, that's a real nice bike too. That's a Harley. He's
Is that
got
the Road Glide?
117.
What's that one called?
I think it's a Road Glide. Yes.
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
and you said you got a Road King as well for a
Yeah.
backup bike.
I just got a Road King a couple of weeks ago. Uh, yeah, tuning. That's our. That's where we had the meeting there. We got little stickers and we're going to get
Oh,
some hats and shirts and different things that we can sort of sell at our charities and whatever, and you know just
yeah, man.
do what we can to make a few dollars and for the next charities. You got to have money to make money, right?
Oh, absolutely. And these guys at the Northern Animals Rescue and Sanctuary, if it's the same people I'm thinking of, when I lived in the Sioux, I used to take my dogs to the dog park in the Sioux all
Okay.
the time.
Okay.
And she would come by with a pickup truck full of dogs from the northern reservations, strays,
Right. Right.
and she would bring them down to southern Ontario and get them adopted out, and then she'd keep doing that all the time.
Yeah, that's great. That's
And I,
great.
and I think it's this place here. I'm not 100%, but I think it is.
It's probably the one. And there's one in Cobalt. I know that. I'm gonna have to get these names straight, but
Yeah,
I do have it all written down, and I never took notes or nothing for this. But
that's okay, bro.
I just, yeah, I just, but the lady, my buddy's wife there, she does the same with cats. She brings
Yeah.
a little a motorcycle trailer down to Waterloo, the
Mhm.
area there, in that area, and gets them all fixed, and then
Oh,
adopts them. So
right.
she gets all kinds. Does all kinds of charities to make money to have them fixed, and for the food, and lots of donations too. She gets all kinds. She does a really good job.
Good
You
for
know,
her.
I think that was where we're going to start, is to help her out a
Good.
little bit more. And yeah,
You found your first charity that you look up to her and you respect her what she's doing.
yeah, yeah, I really do. I respect anybody that helps out kids and animals and the weak. You know, the weak and
Yeah.
the innocent, right? That's who we got to start looking after a little bit more in
The
life.
people that need someone to give them a hand.
Right, right. That's right.
You know,
And
that those are the people. So you guys got lots of good. It's nice when the club's kind of, it's not brand new. Let's not say it's a new club, but it's kind of a new.
it's been newborn. It's a newborn club.
Yeah, right.
We
And
could say that. You know,
it's
but
fun in those stages, right?
yeah. Oh, it is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. I enjoy it. It's and it's something to be proud about too, because
Yeah,
we're building something that hopefully is going to be last for years. With members
yeah,
that we have. I know our founder. He's aging, and if he's watching this, he's probably going to give me shit for that. But he's aging, and he says it himself. He says, in 10 years from now, I won't be around, but you guys will be.
right.
So that's more or less what I'm getting at. Is to push it, get other generations involved, and you
And
know,
bring the next generation into motorcycles. You know,
yeah,
when you're riding through town and a couple of those small boys stop
yeah,
and look at your bikes with big
yeah.
eyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
You
always
know,
get that. And I was one of them boys when I was a kid. So, I
nice.
know all about it. I remember seeing the vagabonds come through Temagami, and they were at the
Stop
bar
and
there,
say
and I was
hello.
outside. There was a guy working on his bike, and I was handing him tools. So,
Nice.
yeah, yeah, I remember them days. I always liked motorcycles when I was a kid. I wore Harley Davidson shirts, and I always wanted a bike, and I've been riding for about, I guess, 35 years or so, maybe 30, 35 years, but little mini bikes, and and then into some dirt bikes, and then when I was 40 and could afford it, I bought a Harley. So
What
you know
got you? What got you in it? Like, was your dad like motorcycles, or
my dad
because
liked motorcycles, but never wanted he always wanted to buy one, but was just uh, too frugal to buy one.
yeah, yeah,
Let's say
yeah,
that he
yeah,
wasn't cheap, and he was frugal with his money. He didn't take any chances, my dad. So
exactly, right.
I thought, you only live once, and you were not here for a long time. So do what you want, and try and enjoy life. And I love being on a bike in the open air. And just cruising down the highway with a few buddies with you, and stop, have a French fry or a pop, or and
Yeah,
just carry on.
yeah.
It's
And it's
awesome.
funny because it's a feeling that unless the person you're talking to rides motorcycles, you can't describe it.
No, that's right.
But we all of us guys that ride know what the other guy's talking about.
Exactly. That's exactly it for sure. Because if you don't ride, you'll never understand. You
Yeah,
know,
man.
you live more in 10 minutes on a bike than you do in 20 years without a
Yeah,
bike.
man. It is,
That's how I look at it. It's a real relief, stress reliever. I try not to drive when I'm angry, but when I'm stressed out and stuff,
yeah.
it all just goes away.
Get out
It's
there and
awesome.
clear your head.
That's the freedom. That's where you get the freedom. Everybody says the freedom rides. Like
Yeah.
that's freedom ride.
Now from where you guys are in New Liskeard, is there others bike events close enough that you guys can ride out to and and, and go
The
show
Warriors
support?
have a little bit of the Warriors do a little thing in Timmins. There, they have a few charities that they do. But other than that, no. There's the Red Devils in North Bay. There's a couple of them,
Mhm.
uh, and I think there's something around North Bay too called the Redliners or something like that. There's two or three clubs in North Bay, but they're not big. They're just a few of the club. Like
Right.
Red Devils. There might be two in North Bay, and there's the rest of them are in Sudbury. So like not the rest of them, but there's more in Sudbury and
Right, right.
um, a
So
few
so
Hells Angels around. And
so if you want to go on like a dice run or something that another club is holding, you got a bit of a ride ahead of you.
yeah, yeah, which is okay though. I think that would be that's all right. We all like to ride, so get in some miles, you know.
Yeah, man. And
Um,
like
that,
Grant in the chat says, wind therapy, right?
yeah,
100%.
it's great wind therapy for sure.
And we got Philip in the chat. Hey, my brother, how's it going? Sorry I'm late. Oh well, there's no late, bro. We're not done. We're not done. Unless you got to get going soon, but you know what I mean. So were you fortunate enough as being one of them kids that was fortunate enough to have a mini bike and all that and get you started?
Yeah, yeah. My dad did get us a couple of mini bikes, two little 50s and a 90. My older brother got the 90, and me and my brother got the little 50s. Eh, there's no gears. It was just shifting, you know, or just hit the. I think it
Man,
was a couple of gears. There might have been
couple
three
years.
speed or something.
They were fun little bikes, man.
Oh, it was crazy. We had all kinds of fun on them, banging
Even
them
if
up, and
even
oh
if
yeah,
you fell off them, you never got hurt. You just get up,
no,
pick the bike up, and keep on going.
yeah, they had the big fat tires like a four wheeler kind of. Eh, it was pretty. Yeah, they were really easy to drive. It was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, man, we had one of them when I was a kid. You know, I think
Yeah.
you'll find a lot of people that ride street bikes as adults had one of them as they were kids, right?
Oh yeah. And then it was a dirt bike, and then the street bike, and I've rode a lot of different bikes. Yeah, Suzuki, Yamahas. You know,
Yeah,
they all give you the same feeling.
yeah,
All I can say is I know Harley Davidson. They know that they have the center of gravity down packed. You know, in my opinion,
yeah.
that's just in my opinion. You
Yeah,
know,
I
I
like
think
it. I like the low center of gravity too.
yeah, yeah. I never kick a man for his ride. I never make fun of a man's ride
No,
because
no,
you
no.
know, it's always this. It's the same feeling. You know,
The
that
wind is
nice
the wind,
air. And
bro.
that's right. The wind's the wind for sure.
Yeah, man. In altered state, I bet your son loves the 70s. He's got a Geo 70, his son. And it's nice when you're living in a place where you can ride a dirt bike around. Because I'm in the
Yeah.
city, you can't have a dirt bike here.
No.
Or, you know, there's nowhere to use it. And B, to be able to get your kids into the sport of motorcycling, right?
Right. So you'd have to have a farm or something where you some property, you know, and say
Yeah.
now in this day and age, it's pretty hard to afford that kind of stuff, right?
So I see when I was at the bike show, I saw a few places that were like just around Barrie area, maybe somewhere outside of Toronto,
Yeah.
and they had a big motocross track, and they were teaching kids from the city how to ride motocross bikes.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So that's awesome. That's
Yeah, I
awesome.
thought that was good. I thought, yeah, what a cool idea. Never saw that before.
Yeah, yeah. There used to be the little bumper cars and race cars and stuff. They seem to got rid all that fizzed out too. You know, too many people getting hurt, I guess, or whatever. And
Go karts?
yeah, the go karts. Yeah,
Yeah,
they still have that around.
they got one in London, and they put such a limiter on it. The things don't
Yeah,
even you can walk as fast as the bike as the
yeah.
go kart goes, right?
They take all the fun out of it, eh? You know.
Yeah,
And there
they
used
do.
to be one of them on every corner, like in the cities. You used to go down there and let's go use the little race cars. So we'd go there and go like hell, eh? You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
and down,
Niagara Falls used to have a good one. I think they
yeah,
still
like
do in Niagara Falls.
yeah, and like now you say there's only one that you can think of. You know, there was probably 10 that you could think of then. You know, so
Yeah.
yeah,
Evening, Doug. Thanks for joining us, bro. And Neil has a point. Yeah, probably a lot of this shit these days comes down to stupid insurance and stuff like that. Like, why
yeah,
can't you just get them to understand, sign a waiver? You're going out there, it's dangerous. You might get
I
hurt.
I get you. Yeah, I
So
agree, 100%.
it's like playing
100%.
hockey. You know
Yeah,
that when you get out there playing hockey, you might get hurt.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. You're gonna get hurt eventually, for sure. Yeah, football, any sport, you're gonna get hurt for sure. But that's how you learn.
Right. And especially on those little dirt bikes. That's the best way to learn because if you get
Oh
hurt, it's
yeah.
not a bad injury, right?
No, no, a couple of scrapes or whatever, you just get back on, away you go again.
Yeah, man. You
Yeah,
pick that thing up.
it was good days. Them are the good old days for sure.
Oh, they had a track on the beach strip in Hamilton for years and it's gone now. Yeah. And like Neil said and stuff, they get the insurance or it takes one parent to decide to pull a lawsuit, and that
That's
puts
it.
the end to all the fun, right?
You're done. You're done. That's it. Next thing you know, it's closed.
Oh, I remember that one in West Edmonton Mall. They got a go kart track inside the mall in that West Edmonton Mall. I forgot about that.
They do have one there. Yeah.
They got a roller coaster inside that mall, an indoor roller coaster, bro.
Is there a big wave pool or something in there too?
Yeah, big water
Yeah.
park. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I've never been there.
Now I went there once in ages and ages ago, man. Yeah. So that's cool, brother. So that's going to be your focus. So what's your plans for the near future? You got some stuff that the people can come in and meet you guys.
We're going to have another meeting at the end of this month. Anybody can touch base with us on our the Facebook site.
Facebook's the best way.
Darren Garcia. Yeah, on Facebook, and just drop a line, say hi, whatever, and keep in touch. And whenever there is a meeting, that we usually broadcast it on there, and we try and send out some flyers. We're going to be working on doing something like that to send out some flyers to other clubs and stuff too, to kind of get their feedback too. Is nice, say, like of how they worked with this or for RCs,
Yeah, yeah.
uh,
Do
so
you
just yeah,
do,
with
do you
both
have
riders. Sorry.
do you have a biker friendly establishment that would welcome you guys for like a bike night and a get together? So maybe it'll help them get a few customers, and it might give.
Well, there's an MC that we could meet with, but uh, you know the RC. I'd like to meet with the Ghost Riders. Eventually, they'd be a real good club to meet with, because the one that came to our meet and greet was he's a really friendly guy. He
Yeah,
gave us some good feedback. We said we were doing really well with like we only got 3 guys, but numbers, not to worry about numbers, because numbers will come.
you
It'll
got
come
all the good.
eventually. You know, so
No, the
and we're
reason
just
I'm
getting
asking,
started. We just got started more or less this summer. We worked on it
exactly.
for about a year and a half, and we to get our blessing and all that stuff all to set up together, and
Yeah,
we're trying to do everything respectfully and not step on anybody's toes in the
right on.
culture.
Yeah, yeah,
And because I'm not into that. I'm not into trouble. I'm not looking for any trouble. We're law abiding, and we're out to have some fun. That's all.
yeah, yeah. No, the reason I was asking you that is there. That's my dog that
There
gets
you
in
go.
every video. That's
There's
George.
the bar.
There's
You
George.
said it
Yeah.
was going to happen.
Yes, George. We predicted you. Hey, Thumper,
Yeah.
thanks for coming in. And Doug Rogers says, you guys ride safe. Have a great fall riding till the snow flies.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, you guys should be up there having some fall rides. Come on, George. Some fall
Yeah.
color rides up there, eh?
Yeah. There'll be some real nice colors this weekend. We're going to try and get out. So,
Good for you. And see,
yeah.
those are things you can use maybe for charity rides in the future moving forward, right?
Yeah. Fall run. Yeah. The fall run, fall poker run or something, or
Is
even
there
just a ride just to get people out
yeah, yeah.
and get membership, somehow.
Is there a lot of people up in your area that ride?
Yeah, there's quite a few up here that ride. Yeah, but a lot of older crowd, uh, and the younger crowd are more into the crotch rockets, and and not that that's a bad thing. I'm not chopping it up, but it's just not my style. That's all.
So are you trying to keep your members to American bikes or your members to cruiser style bikes, or it doesn't matter?
We'd like to keep it to a cruiser style. It doesn't matter if it's American. It
So it
really
could be
doesn't.
like a Yamaha Virago or something like
Yeah,
that.
sure. We'd like the cruiser bikes though, to be a part of it. But it doesn't have to be American. No.
Okay, and any specific age range? I guess you guys all look like you're in your mid 50s, early
Yeah,
40s, like 40s to 50s.
responsible people, like from 25 to 30, whatever, 30 to 60, whatever. Like Eddie, we're open. We're open for to the public. Let's meet and greet and see what they're all about first. And if
Right.
they're 20 years old and they're hot headed and stuff, well, we don't really,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
all in our, we don't want any of that kind of stuff. We just want to
You're past
some
that.
responsible people that are respectful and know what loyalty and respect is all about, and brotherhood, and
Yeah, yeah.
go from there, right? So
Good for you.
yeah,
So Thumper says we got an 800-mile trip planned this weekend. Kickstand's up at noon tomorrow. Where you guys off to, Thumper? That sounds like a good ride.
yeah.
800 mile. And Doug
I think
says old trumpet chopper. Those are the old days. No, the reason I was asking you about an establishment that was biker friendly was there's a group down here, I don't know, somewhere around Walkerton, I think, in that little neighborhood, which
right.
is nowhere near me. I don't have, but anyways, it's up there by Lake Huron, I guess. And and they do a monthly meeting inside a coffee house, and
Okay.
then they advertise it just so there's a little bit of flow and they can meet some of the people who might be interested in becoming becoming a member or whatever, right?
Yeah, that'd be a good idea too. We like in New Liskeard, there's Tim Hortons and stuff. We could do that sometime too, to have a meeting there, and people would be wondering what's going on, and
Yeah,
maybe catch a few people.
just throwing
That's
some
a,
ideas at you, bro.
that's a
I,
good
I,
idea.
I
Yeah,
I've
I
talked to so
appreciate it.
many. I've talked to so many different riding clubs. I got a head full of ideas from
Yeah,
talking
that's
to
great.
everybody, right? And everybody does their own thing a little bit with their own twist, right?
Yeah, that's right.
You
Exactly.
know, some people do a dice run, some people do a poker run. It's all kind of the same animal as long as
Sure,
you're
it is.
having fun at the end of it, right?
That's right. Yeah, and given that we're non-profitable, like
Right.
what we put in, we take out, but you know, uh, you give the rest to the whatever charity you're doing, right? So
And that's the other thing when you're doing something like that, and then you want to have a nice prize table, then you got to start going around to the businesses around and seeing
yeah,
if somebody's willing to offer up a prize or something, right?
yeah, like that's part of it for sure. Like it's footwork. It's not doesn't just happen. Hey, you don't. You got a lot of it's a lot of work. Yourself and anybody that's involved in an RC. It's work. It's
Yeah,
work,
man.
but it's enjoyable work. It's
Yeah, well,
enjoyable.
you sound like you're looking forward to it, anyways.
Oh yeah, yeah. My the other members are really interested too. They just couldn't make it tonight, or we all three would have been here, but
But
they wouldn't be sitting in the truck with me. I'm sure of that.
yeah, man, I think you guys are on a good path, and
Oh
you
yeah,
seem to have your heads on and all that stuff.
yeah, yeah. It's all about respect and loyalty, and just being decent people. We don't have to. You don't have to ride around like a freaking idiot. Like a lot of people
Exactly.
do. You know.
You can take your time, enjoy where you're going, enjoy each
Yeah.
other's company. That's the biggest thing is enjoying each other's company every
Yeah.
weekend or whatever, right? And
Yeah.
and,
Be
and,
safe.
and
You know.
be safe. And if you're working towards a charity, it's easier to work together. It doesn't seem like work when you're all having fun.
No, that's right. That's right. Exactly. It's all just falls in place, right?
Exactly. Panama City, Florida. Oh, Thumper, I wish I was down in Panama City, Florida myself. You guys get to ride all year, every
Yeah, I
year.
know. I know. That'd be nice.
Wouldn't it? The only bad
That
part would be
would
the
be
bike
nice.
maintenance.
Yeah.
Being for an oil change all the time. All
Yes.
all right, Darren, was there anything else that you wanted to get in there for info?
No, I think we got everything covered there. I just want anybody to know, like, Wild Dogs RC, we got a site, and it's on Facebook. Anybody that's interested, just drop us a line. It doesn't matter where you're from. We're all the same culture. Like, let's talk, and maybe we can get together sometime. If you're close to our area,
Yeah,
get
man.
involved. Get off
Yeah,
your ass. Let's get involved, man.
exactly. All right, brother. And Doug, you got that right. You know I can help. But I like helping out people, even if I just drop a few ideas at them. There's another idea I'll drop at you. Is there's a place out there. It's not a place. It's an organization. It's called Biker Down. And
Biker down.
once you have enough people interested, you go on their website, and it's a first aid course for motorcycle riders.
Oh, really? That's nice.
Yeah. So if you have enough people interested, then they'll send the instructor, close to you and get, as many people in the class as they can, right?
Yeah, get her done.
And they
Yeah, that's
set
all
it
right.
all up on. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. At least you know if somebody falls down, you got a chance of helping them, right?
That's right. Like, the chances are you're going to be pretty hurt, pretty
Hmm.
banged up, but you never know. Like, might have just fell over and knock your head or something.
Well, even if it's something like it's a bad bleed, and they showed you how to put a tourniquet on, all that
Yeah.
stuff's good.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything like that would be great. That's a great
Yeah,
idea.
yeah. So just little stuff to throw at you, brother. But yeah,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah. I appreciate it.
it looks like you're ready to get off your shift.
Yeah. Anytime now would be good. Yeah. I'm ready to go home and try and go to sleep sometime tonight.
Yeah, man. I hear you there, brother.
But
Okay.
I appreciate your time and reaching out to us, and it's maybe we can do it again sometime when we have a little more members and share a little more information.
Brother, absolutely. You're always welcome.
Okay, man. You
Okay,
guys take care. Ride safe.
thanks for your time, Darren.
Hey, buddy. Take care.
Yeah, see you, bro.
Okay.
All right, everyone. That was Darren from Wild Dogs RC. I think he's a pretty level-headed, cool guy, and I like the way all these riding clubs are going. It's a nice direction. It's nice and simple, and nobody's got to puff their chests out for nothing, and you get to enjoy the win. So thanks everyone for popping on and checking out the interview tonight. I'll be back tomorrow night around 8 p.m. and we'll talk about all the events and rides and stuff that are happening this weekend. There's still stuff going on. It's actually beautiful weather down here in southwestern Ontario. If you put your bike away, no, you didn't. I know you didn't know where you did yet. Any job in the patch out here, Bob, or even in the warehouse, you got to take safety courses, Bob. Never know too much. Yeah, you're true, right? You're true. The Winwood Brothers. Yeah, bro. Thanks for dropping in, Doug. And thanks for everybody else in the chat, Stefano and So Loud and Naomi popping in from the States and Thumper too. Much love to you guys. It's always a pleasure to see Altered State of Chaos. Thank you very much up there in the Sioux. And my old buddy Steve as well. Good to see you, Steve. Neil too. Thanks everybody, guys, and Grant as well. And hopefully I didn't miss nobody. If I did, it wasn't on purpose. But listen, guys, thank you very much. And I love you guys, and this thing's really growing into a great thing. And I really appreciate you. It wouldn't have grown at all if I didn't have any interest on your side. So I thank you guys all for that. And I'll see you all again tomorrow. Till then, be safe, ride safe, and be cool. Much love.